The forged bottle that Kristoff used to win MN6 was the catalyst. Both Jimmy and Miss Porter were hunted down for it. Yes, a motive for Luciano, no doubt. But your client would have one too. He'd need that bottle to cover for his treachery. There's something special about this which I hadn't considered before. It's the reason why Luciano needed to recover it. It would have ruined everything for his plans. The real importance behind this bottle was that there was no fingerprints on it.
Luciano held it.
There was one point in the trial that was brushed... What? There was one point in the case that was brushed over in trial. Salim Kushari said he saw Luciano handle the bottle of poison. A rookie mistake if I ever heard one. You should know that Mr. Kushari has been accused of murder. Would he not lie? Except Mr. Kushari wouldn't have had any reason to declare this. Saying he never held the bottle is one thing, but to claim Luciano did? Especially since Luciano was presumed dead by everyone. He had no reason to say otherwise. The defense was on the... What? The evidence was on the defense's side. Think back and recall that Luciano's prints were not on the bottle in question. They weren't, but why? Well, this sad farce has grown boring. I have no interests in playing along any further. There is simply no way that you could possibly prove I murdered anyone. You are entirely incapable of connecting me to these crimes. But the bottle... What was it for? You are so amusing. I must commend you for your perseverance. And yet you've come to the end of the line here. You really mustn't go any further. I've won, ladies and gentlemen. No matter what else, I've won. And to see the realization in your faces, why, it's eye-opening. Alright, don't screw me over this time. If indeed Luciano is alive and well, how do you intend to implicate him as the culprit? They burnt the body, I promise you, and with it all the evidence linking to the present. This eye, a nasty souvenir given to me by Menderes, it means nothing. And aside from that, you have no more than trivialities and so-called logic. You'll need more than that to say I am Carlo Luciano. This is the rapid-fire round.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, there is indeed a startling lack of evidence. The defense and prosecution both seem convinced of the witness's guilt, and yet I can't bring myself to fully accept this accusation.
Give them credit, sir. They've woven a beautifully intricate fable. I almost said intricated. But you will ultimately... you will realize this is ultimately all it is. I spit all over my monitor.
Good.
Decisive proof of Luciano's presence at one or more crime scenes must be given. If that is not possible, you'll have to retract the accusation.
So close. So close. What am I missing? How can I think? How can I link Luciano to Jimmy, Porter, or Mr. Black? I almost said Miss.
Miss Black.
Is it possible for somebody to commit 3 murders without leaving a trace?
So if the footage is correct, at least you saved, it's the first one. Present the bloody knife.
That's one thing, but I know there's more. What can I really nail this guy with?
Then there was a lot of contention. We presented the shovel, I think, at the very end.
That's one thing, but I know there's more.
Porter's office. There you go.
There have been many oddities in this case. At this point, I think we're at episode 99. I think we're recording episode 100 right now.
Oh, God.
So, what do you want to do?
Whatever you want. We can finish this.
There has been a lack of conclusive evidence pointing away from Menderes. While that may seem like it points to him, the truth is more complex. Menderes' supposed motive would be unclear and at times contradictory. The story fits together much better if we assume there was another person. But of course, the evidence to prove this person's existence didn't exist. And that was because there was no evidence to leave. Carlo Luciano didn't have any fingerprints.
Yay!
Luciano did hold the fake vial, but when he did so, he didn't leave any marks of his own. And so when the bottle was analyzed, only Kushari's prints were found.
And what of the present day? We must have some way to link him to now.
Just getting there. Chill the fuck out. There are actually quite a few points to bring me up for. Each of the 2 murder weapons has unidentifiable handprints, or we know was handled by someone other than the initial suspect. The shovel has strange marks from when it was used to strangle Mr. Black. Jane Hood was given the knife by a man she thought was the killer. Miss Porter's whole office was covered in oily residue from a person's hands, but not a single print to speak of. No gloves were used, but the killer didn't leave their fingerprints.
It seems to me the easiest crime to pin on him is Miss Porter's. Thankfully, we only need to prove him guilty of one of the 3 murders. The same murderer committed all 3.
That's right. Carlo Luciano is a man with motive and opportunity to kill, and by connecting the dots we can see just why there was no evidence. You nincompoops can blame Luciano all you like. I lost the voice.
Wesker?
A little bit. But you'll never prove that I am he. Never!
Yeah?
Think again. All we need to do is determine that you 2 lack prints. Well, you won't. I deny the court permission to test me. Meh. You'd need probable cause, and all you have is some wild guessing. I'm like going full, 64 wolf. Wrong. We have everything we need right here and now.
Go
How do
for
we
it.
prove that Dryson has no fingerprints?
Go full wolf, man.
You're
Any
good,
autopsy report.
but I'm better! As the police coroner assigned to this investigation, you've handled each of these reports. At least one of these autopsies you handed directly to me. And that, sir, means that if you are who you say you are, they should have your fingerprints. A one-eyed man who also lacks fingerprints? How many could there be? In a sense, your lack of prints would be just as convincing as if you'd left them. That is how we'll connect your crime of the past to the present. That is why you needed to get the bottle back. It was physical proof of your continued existence. Proof of a cover-up of I mean, really, dude? Nobody believed Kushari in general. Would his lack of prints on the bottle really have mattered that much?
I guess.
Proof of a cover-up at MN6, proof of forgery, proof of your whole scheme. That's why you tried to stop Pearl from ever coming back. She knew the truth. And when Maya tried to expose the proof to the world, you tried to have her killed. Face it, you're done for. The bottle is why Jimmy, Miss Porter, even Mr. Black all had to die. It links them to Menderes and Menderes to you. So it's a good thing you never got your hands on it. Because these are 3 deaths you're not getting away with. My, it appears you've backed me into a corner. Unless... No, wait, I must be mistaken. Are you really trying to use lack of proof as proof? Shoot, I was on such a roll there. If it must be said, yes, I lack fingerprints. The reason for that being years of exposure to forensic chemicals eroded them away. That is my explanation, and I'm sticking to it. No, sir. To truly accuse me, you'll need to place me at the crime scene. Fingerprints or not, you have no way of doing that. Jane Hood met with you twice. She knows who you are. Does she now? That young lady would be able to identify me, you say? I almost kind of went Stewie there. The man she met, her D-killer, gave her the knife. She saw him after the murders of both Miss Porter and Mr. Black. Yes, and I would fit her description of this man.
The defense should recall that Miss Hood never saw the man's face. He kept it hidden, she would not be able to accuse the witness.
I'd forgotten about that. The motive and lack of prints won't work if we can't prove he was there. Nobody saw him kill Jimmy or Miss Porter. Jane never saw Luciano's face when he buried Mr. Black. How can we prove it? We need a reliable witness. But who could have seen Dryson during a murder? I know there were others. He's an assassin. These weren't the only people he killed. But who?
Cody!
These weren't his only victims!
Who are you referring to specifically?
Cody Hackins, Your Honor. Cody was murdered by none other than Dr. Morton Dryson. And what makes you say that? Because I was there. I can't prove you killed the other 3 people in this case, but you were one of only a handful of people in the room at that time. You'd just come from the records room where the body was found. Togamera denied shooting Cody, and now the police might actually believe him.
I see Mark Waters gave my report to you. When you leave a string of bodies, you're bound to get caught up sooner or later. Nathan Togamera has little reason to lie, as he'll be where he is no matter what.
Let's trust the convicted murderer, why don't we? It's not only Menderes you put faith in, but Togamera too. The fact that you found the body should have made you a possible suspect in the police's eyes. You should have been precluded from ever doing the autopsy. But since Togamera was the obvious guilty party at the time, you got away with it. And that lets you leave out any crucial details that might point back to you. Did I? And what do you suggest that was? I've lost the voice completely at this point.
Here is Mr. Hackins' report on file. Let's compare it to what else. It should be clear that Dryson's version of Mr. Hackins' report is omitting vital information. Show on the other pages what he has left out. So any time of death.
Okay, I was worried. Because I don't think we could have gone back from there. In every other one of your reports, you leave a time of death. On some of them, it's almost eerily specific. But in Cody's report, for some reason you left off the TOD. There's no mention of it at all, which is odd considering. Oh my. Oh my. Well, it must have slipped my mind.
Clearly, I took the liberty of having a different coroner give a second opinion.
Well, that's new.
Yeah. Would you care to know what his report is? That his report is largely different from the one you wrote up.
You did what?
Time of death is one of the most important parts of an autopsy. And yet, of all things, you chose to leave that out. Mr. Hackins was very recently deceased, so timing it should have been a simple task.
It was because of your autopsy that we arrested Togamera. And that fits right in with the rest of our story. You doctored the autopsy so that it would report...
What?
I was fine up until, like, 20 minutes ago. You doctored the autopsy so that it would point to Togamera and not to you. You needed to keep people from knowing that you were the last one to see him alive.
The prosecution calls for the Cody Hackins case to be reopened. We will hold this man as the lead suspect.
This man murdered Cody. He did it in order to frame Togamera so that he would turn on Menderes. I'd bet my life on it.
I have no doubt you're right. Bailiff, place the witness in custody immediately.
Well, that's quite a pickle you've got me in. I'm afraid that doesn't sound good for me at all, does it? After all this ruckus, it really was enough to raise the dead. Ha! Not doing it again. We need to have one last whoa!
Whoa! 2, 3. Come on. End. Now. Whoa.
Oh, you were trying to time it with me? I wasn't paying attention at all. I thought you were just counting the number of laugh screens. Do you intend to point me into submission?
Yes.
Hold on, don't do anything crazy.
To a finger foreleg. Finger.
I did
Finger
not
foreleg
survive.
lock.
Shut up! What are you saying? What?
Get you into a figure 4 leg lock.
A finger foreleg lock.
Yeah, finger 4 leg lock.
Oh, my dear friend. I did not survive this long in my profession by being a pushover. There are so many little tricks I could show you right now. I hope you weren't expecting me to come quietly.
Bailiff, restrain him immediately. Do not let him step away from that stand. I'm on it, ma'am.
You're not the bailiff.
I am now, and I'm going to get stabbed. This psychopath murdered my wife. He murdered her sister. And that kid in Jameson had black in all of them. He's not going anywhere.
Your wife? Well, isn't that a development? A match made in heaven?
Don't you dare talk about her.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you just love her to death?
Hey, I mean it.
Waters, don't listen to him. He's just trying to provoke you.
I know what I'm doing, man. Just let me get some closure on this. Mr. Waters, look out. Yeah.
It doesn't look like he stabbed him. It looks like he threw it at his knee.
Yeah.
Look, you can even see a little cut.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Motherfucker has a cowlick. Look at that thing.
No, it's just wind lines.
Yeah, wind lines. Hell,
He's got it right at his temple.
get him off of me.
Oh no, I would advise against that. Now, I don't imagine I'd have to make my position clear. But just in case, please draw your attention to where this firearm is pointed. A point-blank gunshot to the temple rarely does the human cranium much good, I'm afraid. If you're good, I'll consider letting him go. But really, to me, it's all the same. So I shall leave it up to you whether or not he dies right here in front of you all. The detective and I are going to be leaving. It would be quite unfortunate for anybody to chase and follow us, to choose to follow us.
Chose to follow us. Don't anybody move. I'm tired.
Hey, butthead.
Somebody do something. Don't make any sudden movements. He'll kill the detective.
How smart of you. You'll know now that I've won. I won long ago, the moment Menderes turned on me. Nobody betrays me and lives to tell about it. Now he'll be ruined. I don't know why I gave an Italian guy like Luciano a fucking British accent, but still. But before I do leave, Mr. Wright, a parting gift.
You must be getting rusty, Luciano, to miss him by such a wide mark. Who did he shoot? Did he just shoot a wall, or did he shoot somebody in the gallery?
I assume he just shot the wooden wall behind Phoenix. Let go!
No, don't think I will. I don't take orders from you.
It seriously looks like fucking Nigel Thornberry.
Look at my nose, Luciano.
The size of his nose!
Look at my giant nose.
Liza!
Yes, I am the dog,
Smashing.
Luciano, not you.
You're a traitor to me and the whole family.
I only.
No, please stop. Please stop.
I only did what you would have. You helped me go behind Michael's back to kill the Cadaverinis. And while I'm the Dawn, you've been working behind my back, blackmailing me. I could never trust you out there. I knew you'd come back for me.
Mr. Menderes, he's finished. Now hand him over to the police.
Keep your
he's
nose.
gonna kill him, isn't he?
Keep your nose out of family business, friend. Ain't your friend?
I'm not your buddy, guy. He's gonna kill him, isn't he?
Probably.
In the last one, he decided not to kill him because Phoenix, like, they were on good terms.
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
Luciano's not finished as long as he's got a breath in him. He'll always be after me. Now I have him, the little rat.
Just get it over with, backstabbing filth!
If you insist. Say hello to my uncle in hell. Snaps his neck. Yep.
No, he shot him.
Ow, how'd he get the gun? He killed him!
Oh, he did snap. It made a gunshot noise, what?
That's how a neck sounds.
Shut up.
Snapped his neck just like a twig.
Oh,
Oh.
he got shot.
Oh. Well, isn't this ironic? You wanted me for killing Luciano, and now I've been killed by him. Now I killed him. Damn it. That son of a gun wanted to bring me down, and it looks like he did.
Mr. Menderes, are you okay?
Heck, does it look like I'm... I can't...
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy when he's in court. He was taught well. Does it look like I'm okay?
Yeah, he shot him.
Son of a gun got off one last shot too soon. No, it hurts like hell. Somebody call an ambulance. Don't bother. It's over. Any idea what they'd do to me, knowing what I've done? Nah, this way's probably a mercy.
Had to show that animation again.
Well, right. You made it. Seems stupid now that you found me innocent. It all seems really, really stupid. Should have helped you from the get-go. But heck, what can you do now? Can't say it's always been a pleasure. But you did have stones. I'll give you that. Think I'll be going now. Oh no, he just turns into a ghost. Oh.
I knew he was gonna get shot at some point with the way he was always clutching his chest like that.
Oh,
Okay!
and his partner are dead.
His partner?
Partner.
I can't say this is how I would have liked things to end.
There was nothing to be done. Luciano was at Menderes' mercy. This is how it is with criminals. They were both horrible men.
He was my client, but I'm not gonna lose any sleep over his loss.
Damn.
Okay? When did you turn into a dick?
I'm getting paid. Wow, Nick, that was cold.
Can you blame me?
Not really.
Am I missing something? Look, Menderes did nothing but kill other members of the Rivales family, and he didn't even do that! He got someone else to do it! Why are they treating him like he's the biggest dick in the world?
He's still assassin. He was still an assassin before that. That was just how he got to become a Dawn.
To our knowledge, he hasn't killed anyone.
Shit goes back further than this game.
Okay, but to our knowledge, he hasn't been presented as having killed anyone.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you.
They're treating him like he killed people. Whenever we haven't been shown any evidence that he's killed anyone.
Yes, be that as it may, I would have preferred a proper sentencing. And speaking of which, it seems we ought to wrap things up. With those two men gone, there's no more need for formalities.
I'd like a verdict, a posthumous one.
A posthumous one?
Yeah.
It's not what it said.
For Mr.
What did you say
Menderes...
then?
Posthumous.
Did not say posthumous.
It said posthumous. There was no R there.
For Mr. Menderes, do you feel he deserves it?
It's not for him, Your Honor. It's for two brave people we'll be missing. Miss Porter, Your Honor, and Stephen Jameson, Jimmy. Without their sacrifice, we never would have unmasked Luciano. This killing spree would have never ended. I know they saved lives.
Hmm.
I wanted to see how far you would go.
That they did.
Their success should be noticed. Let's have it formally recognized by clearing the defendant's name.
Of course, then, we will honor their memory with the verdict. I see no further room for debate. The facts of this case are clear. For the charge of murder,
what?
this court finds the defendant Francisco Menderes.
Motherfucker! I believe
What?
we are still in the jurist system.
Court is adjourned.
Yay! No confetti.
Not even any cheering.
I think he would have been proud. You did a great job.
So did you, kid. And you too, Trucy. You all did.
And so the curtain has fallen. Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, two men are dead.
Yeah. They're scumbags. Woohoo, go dad. Yeah.
All in a day's work. Days, weeks, months?
You're being modest. Solving 4 murders is nothing to sneeze at. You've earned your pay, for once.
Who the fuck is paying me?
My weird hair bun.
For
Doesn't
one
look
frenzy?
right. It's not frenzy, damn it. I'm giving you a compliment. Don't try your luck.
I'm just doing what I was meant to do.
I'm sorry about Mr. Menderes, but at least we cleared his name in the end.
You know, I tried looking all over YouTube and there were no Let's Plays of this side. There was like 4 of the other side, but none of this one.
Ah, well, we'll be the first.
Yep, looks like it.
Hooray! We did something.
And you only have to get 100 episodes in to see it.
If only we could have avoided him getting shot like that.
Not the best victory we could have had, is it? Mr. Menderes was too stubborn. I tried to help him, but he'd never put faith in me.
He wasn't that and all my.
Alright, fucking... Mike Tyson? I couldn't think of his name. I knew it was a boxer, but no words were coming to my head, and then I thought Punch Out.
Yep, there you go. He was a real jerk, but I don't think he needed to die for that.
No, he didn't. I guess in that way, the real villain got what he wanted. Menderes didn't kill those people. Not Luciano, not Mr. Black, or Miss Porter. And not Jimmy. It was all Luciano. That was the truth Jimmy wanted us to find. The mystery to solve.
It's the second time he's just, thrown Cody to the side.
Shh.
I think he'd be very happy with the work you did. I know I am. You really made it through in the end.
I wouldn't have made it this far without you, kid.
You got that right, old man. Telling me you'd still be on the office couch sobbing like a baby.
I never did that.
It's okay, I'll keep it our little secret.
Ours and the room full of other people you just told.
I'm glad you kept it at it until the end. If you hadn't, who knows what would become of me or Pearl?
Or me.
Nah, you're fine. You're indestructible, Phoenix.
There was a hit out on me.
You're indestructible, Phoenix. Are you going to be alright about her? As long as they don't use a fucking car to run you over with.
Better with you two, or throw you off a cliff.
Or throw you off a cliff.
It just doesn't feel right. Like, it's still unresolved. Stop sinning your own game.
It doesn't always work that way. There's so many things I wish I could ask my birth father.
Yeah, I know. I would have liked for her to have been here. She could have used the closure.
We're not forgetting Pearl, Nick. Not now, not ever. Have you ever known me to be one to give up?
Nope.
I'll find Pearl, but I know now that she might not want to be found. And she's an adult now. She doesn't need us to save her.
You're taking this better than I thought you would.
I need to be strong, Nick. For the people I love.
Thank you, Maya.
If you really want to find her, we can. It's not the same as it was before.
I have faith we'll see each other again, someday, somewhere.
And I'll be there to see it with you.
No one likes a bandwagoner, Trucy.
Hey, what'd I miss? You guys better not be planning anything without me.
Wouldn't dream of it. You're part of the team, for some reason. You've helped me out literally twice.
Hey, aren't you hurt? Didn't you get stabbed? Nah, no sweat. It was just a flesh wound. I swear, the knife just barely grazed my knee.
Help me!
Okay, just somebody help me out.
Regardless, I think we should get you to a hospital.
Fine. You guys have your celebration without me.
You guys have your celebrity without me. Nonsense. We'll get takeout. I hear Dr. Eldoon still runs a little side business.
Still salty as fuck. Have it without you? Mr. Waters, you're crazy. We'll all go to the hospital with you and celebrate there.
You two have the same voice. That's weird.
Aw, shucks, you're too good to me.
And so did Pearl.
Yep. We'll help you out. We'll help you there. Daddy, you and Miss Von Karma can get those noodles.
Actually, you go on ahead. I'll catch up.
Where do you think you're going?
There's somebody I need to find. I'll meet up with you later.
Okay, we'll be at the clinic waiting for you. Don't take too long, man. And don't forget the noodles. And we're gonna find Obadiah and yell at him.
He probably hasn't left the courthouse yet. I hope I can catch him before he does.
Smack him around a bit. I don't know why he'd
Hey,
still be.
dipshit! You were going after the wrong guy.
Why he'd still be in the prosecutor's office or
Prosecutor's
section,
lobby,
section, whatever.
There he is, all alone. Williamson.
What? What do you want?
I just wanted to see how you were doing.
Come to gloat, have you?
No, I'm not. We solved MN6. We got the man who killed all three of them. And it wouldn't have happened without you. You got me to take the case. You weren't there to see it through. Doesn't seem fair in a way.
How understanding of you.
You're a real jerk. You're a real jerk. I haven't forgotten any of that. But I know why you did it. It was a human mistake. Your friend was murdered, butchered. Jimmy was a good man. If somebody had done that to Maya and that somebody had been anybody but Pearl, I can't say how far I would have gone to get the culprit. Maybe it's not what you want to hear right now, but the two of us, we really want the same thing. And I know under any other circumstances...
I forged that chat log. No amount of sympathy from you will ever change that. An entire career built on trying to protect the truth and seek justice. 35 years, and I destroyed it all in one day. I wanted so much to see Mr. Jameson's killer put away forever. I thought it was the only way. I wasn't even chasing the right person. I'm a disgrace, Mr. Wright. I'm a filthy liar and the biggest hypocrite who ever lived. If the prosecutorial investigation committee doesn't fire me, I'll quit myself.
I'm sorry it came to this.
You're sorry? You? You're not the one that forged that damn message. After everything I ever put you through, this.
Well, I'm not one to kick sand in someone's face while he's down. Jimmy did it for you. You know that, right?
Yes, I do.
You were next on Luciano's chopping block after him. That's why he tried to warn you.
I realized. Is this supposed to make me feel better?
We captured Luciano. Jimmy was ready to protect his friends until the very end, and I can tell from your actions that you would be willing to do the same.
I never thought I would see myself drop to such lows. But yes, I suppose you're right.
Do you understand now why I covered for Pearl?
There's so much that I got wrong. I can hardly fault you for anything now. We are both dishonest men, it seems. But we were dishonest for the sake of others. Yet whereas you made it through, I no longer have a future. Where can I even go from here?
Jimmy's given you another chance. Put it to good use.
Yes, Mr. Wright, I believe that we do finally understand each other. It's a shame we had not met under different circumstances.
Mr. Williamson! Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth is here. He wishes to speak with you. This is also the first mention of Edgeworth by name in 100 episodes.
Yeah. Well, I believe that is my cue. I apologize for any wrongs I've done to you, and there's a lot to apologize for.
Nobody's perfect.
Mr. Wright, if it is not too much to ask.
Can I still be your senpai?
This is my last day as a prosecutor. I was hoping that just one last time.
It's okay, I understand. Ready? Together, okay?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Still didn't even get to see Edgeworth.
Nope.
I'm not reading it again.
Yeah, we're just gonna see if there's anything different.
There has to be.
There's gonna be something different at the end because Pearl was in jail.
Maya's gonna run out into some field somewhere, and Pearl's gonna be there waiting for her.
Maya's gonna run out to some field somewhere and get run over by a tractor.
No!
No!
Phoenix has to get right back into the courthouse. Motherfucker. It's alright, she didn't actually die. The tractor grazed her. She's in a coma now.
I thought you were gonna say she's part of the cornfield now.
Just grazed her. She's part of the cornfield.
She was great fertilizer.
Member of the Children of the Corn.
I mean, I always said Maya was a little bit shit. So I bet she would make great fertilizer.
God damn it.
You're using that template. Did I even send you that?
What?
For our next series?
Lozu sent me one.
He sent you the template?
He sent me a template.
Well, I mean, I'm the one that got him to make it.
Oh, well, yeah, then yeah.
You're using that.
Yep.
You can use just like the base template and then add the stuff in during post, because I know you record everything like through OBS.
Yep.
So are we gonna say what our next series is at the end of this?
Do you want to? Or
Do you want to do like? Do you want to say what it is, or do you want me to just put like a teaser?
Put in a teaser. Do a little, like a little musical cue.
Need to get that image that he used for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I already have a thumbnail. I don't know if you do.
I have a thumbnail that he made.
Does it look the same as mine? Because I don't want that.
I don't think it is. Hesseldahl.
You did better with the water sprites in this version, because they aren't Larry. They aren't just Larry. The damn fly!
It's been plaguing him this entire time. Well, at least
Francisca saw it and she just tried to kill it.
I was just about to say, at least Franny saw it. So now she's done some good for him. Yes, and you too.
This last
You did a
episode's gonna be pretty
thing, I
long.
guess.
Probably gonna be like 45 minutes. Anyare. I believe I am the voice of Finny. I think I already said that.
No, I don't think you did.
I think I said it during the last credits.
I don't remember that.
I believe I am the voice of Finnegan Hood.
No. Get Athena in here so that she's not alone.
I like Athena more than Apollo. I like Athena.
I think they're about the same.
I like her gimmick too.
I
It's
like
a bit overused in Ace Attorney 5, but
yeah. I think it would be better if it was a little bit more fleshed out instead of just red, green, blue, yellow.
my appeals, they were sentenced. I don't know what he said.
That brave man and his friends.
Who?
His friends. Anytime. Spice up my day.
That only works in text because it's pronounced the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my theme. Yeah!
Yeah!
And I get the best theme ever. Oh wait, no.
Eggman.
Finnegan gets the best theme ever.
No.
Fuck's a nemesis theory?
No, it's just oh, football. Claws of the Great Bear.
So the Rivala's family theme is 999 music.
Yeah.
Amazing. Right.
A lot of 999 and Ghost Trick. Like
Maybe-
finger painting.
I was about to say something about painting. I was about to say, do some Jackson Pollock paintings.
I need a new passion, like finger painting. He doesn't have another voice. He can
No, he
never
don't.
have another voice in my mind. Anytime I read his text, that is what it sounds like.
It is going to be a sad, sad time not being able to listen to this.
You should
I
put,
know.
You should put some kind of tribute to him in your freaking banner from now on.
Put a little picture of him.
Just his folded arms with the smug face.
Of course, to me, to you, to the audience that's watching this right now.
You usses?
You usses. Thank you. You like us. Oh, yeah.
We're at a bus stop.
Yeah, we're at the train station at the end of Phase 21.
Shh.
Phew, that was one long bus ride. Well, it was a nice trip, but it's time to head back home. Wait, is that? Hey, you. Yeah, you. Who, me?
Who is this?
I don't know now. Why would she do... What? You do this.
Yeah. Hey, you getting on that bus? Hey, it's me!
Yes.
Don't do it!
Mark?
That was the joke.
No, I'm going. I'm never coming back to the city.
Why? You really shouldn't get on that bus. What the... Did you put a bomb on it?
Oh, man. Do I know you? Why do you care where I go?
You don't recognize me, do you?
No?
Who am I?
Huh?
It's fine. I'm sure she had more important things on her mind. If you get on that bus, there's no turning back. Are you sure that's what you want?
The only thing I can think of is it's
Larry?
MN6 related.
I think it's Larry or Edgeworth.
Oh, God. Larry's been away all this time and he comes back. Yo! It doesn't matter what I want. It never did.
Hey, I know we're strangers, so this might sound weird, but there's something you need to hear.
What?
Oh, it's Apollo.
It's Apollo!
How did I... Oh, I didn't voice Apollo. Who voiced Apollo?
He never had a voice.
No, he did. He showed up once, and then we examined him. He showed up once in that thing in the hospital, and he did talk.
I don't even remember that.
You're
I think it
fine.
was you. Fine? What would you know?
More than you think.
I'm not fine. Nothing will ever be fine. Not after what I did.
Listen, whatever you did, it's not the end of the world. Now I want you to repeat after me. I'm fine.
I'm fine?
This is the one time Apollo shows up and actually does something.
It's at the very end.
It's at the very end of the bad story.
Yeah.
I'm fine. My name's Pearl Fay, and I'm fine.
How do you know my name?
Just try it.
Well, my name is Pearl Fay, and I'm... This is silly.
Of course it's silly. That's what's great about it.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
That your bus?
I missed it.
Yeah, and it was the last one out tonight. Last one of the night, too. Too bad. Hey, as long as you're stuck here, why don't you come talk to some friends of mine? They're really good at helping people with problems. Maybe they can help you with yours.
Can I trust them?
Apollo, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about a thing. They're my friends, and I'll vouch for them. They won't hurt you. I'm sure you have your reasons to be suspicious, but let us help you.
I like how we knew it was Apollo as soon as it said fine.
Yeah, as
That's-
soon as you said, I'm fine.
That is the only defining trait he has.
Yep. That and the ability to gotcha!
Nothing can fix what I've done.
Just give it a shot. They're good people. Let's go see them. What do you say? So she ends up going back to Phoenix with this.
Yeah. And Iris is still in jail.
Yep. Though, to be fair, it was a mistrial, so we don't know what happened to Iris. And there it goes.
There it goes. Goodbye.
Alright. I'm just gonna put a black screen here for this, because I don't want you looking at my desktop.
Yeah, I don't, all those links, man, all those folders and shit. I
So,
don't
what do
wanna
you think
say.
of the game as a whole?
Case by case. First case was pretty good because it was short.
Yeah, it was a good starting case, but I mean...
Good starting case. Second case I enjoyed. It was a little long, but I like Galante.
Oh yeah, the second case was the Michael Rivales case, the Sir Galante case.
Yeah. Third case can go to hell. Fourth case was...
The third case is the only case in the game I would legitimately call bad. That was a bad case.
Overly long, drawn
Had no
out.
bearing on the story other than killing Cody.
Other than killing Cody and Webb, and Togamera, but you could get around that by doing some other stuff.
You could have made him freaking Meredith's bodyguard.
They could have. Either that or introduce him in the second case. Waters fucks up. Togamera takes over because of Galante being like this big threat thing. And then have him and Galante and Togamera have a little thing. I don't know.
The entire game could have done without Case 3. Period. And it probably would have been better for it.
Case 4 was good. I enjoyed it.
Case 4 was also long. I don't like what they did with Pearl.
No. Case 5, you just needed to cut the hoods.
Yeah, they had no bearing on anything.
Jane held the knife. She had the knife. The only reason Jane was in there was she had the knife hidden away. And they needed
They wanted to throw more stuff on Porter.
Yeah. Nah. But overall, yes, it was pretty good. I'd recommend it.
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give it either a 6.5 or a 7. Like, it's definitely above average as far as fan games go. And don't be one of those stupid people that thinks anything below a 7 means it's bad.
Yeah.
No, a 5 is average.
Yep.
So, I mean, Case 3 is enough to bring it down by 2 to 3 points on its own. Like, legitimately, I'm not messing around or joking. It's legitimately that bad. But other than that, yeah, it was solid. I mean, the inconsistent art, Case 3 as a whole, and the repeated dialogue to just drag it out further are my big 3 complaints with the game as a whole.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was solid.
Yep. I enjoyed Obadiah as a prosecutor.
He was
much better than
the biggest hypocrite of them all.
He was the biggest hypocrite. I was the biggest hypocrite, but he was probably the best prosecutor in a fan game, or even in an official one, in a very long time. He can rival Edgeworth.
He was better than Sadmati, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, he was better than Sadmati. He was better than Godot.
Yeah, I don't understand why people love Godot so much.
It's because he's deep, bro.
It's because
he likes
coffee.
Let's see. I liked Clavier, but I don't think he was amazing. Obadiah was better than Clavier.
Yeah, definitely. I don't see how anyone could say he was their favorite. He's just, I don't know.
And
he's Snark the character.
Yeah. And of course Franny.
And Francisca is Whip the character.
Yeah. So a prosecutor that can rival Edgeworth.
I mean,
did good.
No one can rival Simon, but
oh, I completely forgot Simon.
It's kind of sad that you forgot the literal best prosecutor in the series.
Yeah.
Freaking love Simon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dryson as
The big bad for the
the.
entire game.
I figured it was going to be Rivalis himself, but
Nah, I figured it was gonna end up being Obadiah in some way.
it, in a way, it was. Eh,
I didn't think he was gonna be the murderer of
no.
anybody, but I thought he was gonna be like the head behind the Revalis family.
Yeah.
Like he could have been the one screwing with Michael Revalis or
Yeah.
with Menderes. So yeah, I mean,
But
that's it.
overall, yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, solid game. We're just rambling now.
Yep, just rambling.
Should we end it?
See you next series.
And here's the teaser for said series.